is Mustaqim Bari, and I will be your speaking examiner for this session. What is your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Nafisa Rahman.
Okay, Nafisa, can I see some identifications?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, lovely. Alright, Nafisa, can you please tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm Nafisa. I'm currently an undergraduate student of English discipline, Khulna University. I'm from Khulna. I live here with my father and my brother, and I'm hoping to go to abroad for my further education, most probably my master's and PhD. And besides all these things, I love traveling, I love to collect stamps, and also I do gardening.
Oh, that's great. Okay, Nafisa, is it okay if we start the session now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, lovely. Nafisa, I would like to ask you some very normal questions for the first part. Okay, so let's talk about giving gifts. All right. Okay. So when do people give gifts or presents in your country?
Well, in my country, people don't really need reasons for giving gifts. They give gifts frequently. But sometimes there are some particular occasions like marriage ceremony or birthday parties, they like to give gifts. Besides, there are some religious festivals when people mostly give gifts to their near and dear ones like Eid, Puja, Christmas. So these are the things.
Okay, great. Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home? Why not?
Oh yes, obviously. I obviously take any gift with me to my friends or any familiar figure, because I think that giving gifts to the person whom we are going to meet helps to create a stronger bond among themselves. Besides, it also applies for our neighbors and colleagues as well, because it is a sign of appreciation. All that I value them, I appreciate them, and also I am grateful for their love and support. So yeah, that's why I take gifts.
Okay, lovely. When did you last receive a gift and what was it?
Well, I'm a very lucky person because I frequently get gifts from my elder sister. I got a gift, maybe it was a few months ago. It was not a single gift, it was a couple of things like a fancy hairband, also lipstick, which is amazing shade, and also a gown, which made me feel like a princess. It was amazing. So yeah, it was so awesome.
Okay, lovely. Last question. Do you enjoy looking for gifts for people? Why not?
Since I like to give gifts to people, so I look for gifts as well, because it's a very interesting thing. Finding out new things makes me so happy. Besides, when other people come to me asking for gifts that they can give to other people, that makes me feel like a gift specialist. So yeah, it's a good feelings.
Okay, great. Alright, Nafisa, the second topic that I want to discuss with you is hobbies. Okay, what is your favorite hobby?
Well, my favorite hobby is collecting stamps. I also do some gardening, but mostly I collect stamps because it helps me to gather information about different countries, their culture, and also I have a notebook where I stick all those stamps. So when I'm just feeling bored or I'm feeling a little bit down, I look at those things, I just recollect all those memories, and it makes me feel good.
Okay, great. Nafisa, if you had to dislike a hobby of people, what would it be?
Well, there are certain hobbies of people like buying fancy things, or there are something like wasting things. Most specifically, people sometimes do some sort of things which make them to waste different kinds of things. That is very much harmful for our environment. Like there are some people who are doing craft works. Well, yes, craft work is a good thing, but it creates a lot of waste which eventually pollutes the environment. So I dislike that thing. If they are maintaining the protocol, if they are taking care of the environment, then it's okay.
Okay. If there was an alternate hobby that you had to pursue, what would it be?
Well, it would be traveling, because I love traveling, but since we don't have enough time, we have a busy schedule, and also there are some financial issues. But if all those things were sorted out, then I would definitely go for traveling.
Okay, lovely. That is the end of speaking part 1. For the part 2, we'll be speaking on this topic, Nafisa. Okay. You'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic. You can make notes on this paper if you wish to. Use the stationaries beside you, and you'll have 1 minute preparation time, okay? Which starts right now. Alright. So remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for speaking, okay? So if I do stop you, do not worry. Alright? Alright, can you please start right now?
Okay. So something I did new or exciting is that I learned how to swim. Well, our country is a land of rivers, but I feel ashamed to say that I don't know how to swim. So the last thing that I've learned is how to swim. It was last summer. We went to our aunt's house in Bagerhat. It was scorching heat and it was a very stuffy weather, and all of our cousins were just there was a pond in the backyard and they were just jumping into the pond, splashing waters. They were feeling relieved. But I was standing aloof from them at a certain corner and feeling a little bit sad because I don't know how to swim. So my aunt came and she said, "Why aren't you joining all those people?" And I said that I can't swim. And she said, "It's a shallow pond, you can swim." But I said that I'm afraid. Then she gave me some bottles, plastic bottles which float onto the water, and also she asked for some banana trees which also help to float. So after that support, I went to the water and all my cousins came to help me, but instead of helping me, they started pulling my legs. So yeah, it was a awful situation, but somehow I learned how to swim.
Okay, thank you, Nafisa. Alright, Nafisa, can I have the paper back? Now, for the third part, we'll be doing some rounding off questions regarding the same topics, okay? Alright, so let's move on and talk about doing new things, alright? Who do you think some people like doing things with?
Well, most probably people like to do things with their frequent family members, their acquaintances, because they have a very close bonding with each other that makes them understand each other properly, and that's why they like to, they feel comfortable, they feel at home. That's why they like to do new things with them. If they started doing things with a stranger, their mentality won't match. They will feel struggles and hardship, and it will eventually not work out. So yeah.
Okay. What problems can people have when they try new activities for the first time?
Well, there are several problems because when a person started to try a new thing, the main problem he or she faces is that they get nervous, because it's a human nature to be fearful or be afraid of the unknown. So it's a basic thing. Besides, there are some other issues like there are some so-called well-wishers who will discourage them that don't go for it, it won't be fruitful, you're just wasting time. So these are the things. Besides, there are also a feeling of anxiety that whether he or she will be able to complete the work properly according to the rule. So there's another problem. So all these problems create obstacles for doing a new thing.
Okay, great. Do you think it's best to do new things on your own or with other people? Give reasons to your answer.
Well, it depends on what we are doing. But I think that doing things with people is good, because when you're doing things with certain people, a group of people, they're helping you. You can get suggestions from them, they'll guide you. Besides that, if you just fail to do that thing, you won't be like sad, because the other person will be also responsible for the loss. Besides that, you will not feel nervous as well, because you have your counterparts, fellow group members. They will encourage you, they will motivate you. Eventually it will be a fruitful thing.
Okay, lovely. Moving on to the next question. This topic is about learning new things, okay? What kind of things do children learn to do when they are very young, and how important are these things?
Well, children are supposed to learn things. They are quick learners. At their primary level, they at first learn to taste things, sense things. After that, they will just learn how to recognize the voice, maybe it's of their father or mother or siblings. Faces, they'll just recognize certain faces and they'll feel happy or sad about them. When child gets around 2, he or she will just start learning to speak. They'll just take bits and pieces from the mother or father's conversation and learning to utter things. After that, when they were about 5, they'll just start throwing things, catching things, start reading ABCD or writing things. After that, when they're about 7 or 8, they'll just start going to school. They'll just start solving different problems, riding bicycles or doing different kinds of activities, social activities as well as extracurricular activities. Whether they do all these things, the most important thing is that their cognitive development, that whether they're able to take decisions, then solve problems, and also they are like taking risks or taking choices. So yeah, these things are important.
Thank you. Last question, Nafisa. Some people say that it is more important to be able to learn new things now than it was in the past. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
Well, I agree with this statement because in the past things were so much easier, but nowadays things have become so much sophisticated. Also, it's competitive because and now we can see that in previous days, with a single degree, a person could get a very good job. But now, even a doctorate degree in a respected subject, they won't get any job because the job market is like looking for extraordinary things, and people are all are like enable or capable of these things. So it's difficult for us to take these things. That's why we need to learn new things to make sure that we are extraordinary and we are special, we are different from others and unique. That is why. Besides, if we start learning new things, we will just open doors for new opportunities and it will eventually benefit us.
Okay, lovely. With that being said, Nafisa, that is the end of our speaking session. Thank you for the exam, okay?